So good morning, everybody, or good afternoon and good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to this Friday's Harmonize to Energize. My name is Terry Matthews. I'm your host for the next hour. I hope you're all doing well. And a particular welcome to anybody who's brand new. JIN SHIN JYUTSU is an art of harmonizing the life energy, or chi or ki as it's sometimes referred to, as it moves through the body. And we do this by placing our hands, fingers, palms, back of hands or thumbs on what we call safety energy locks, which are the size of the diameter of the palm of your hand. And there's 26 of them left and right of your spine, including the arms. And when these energy locks are working harmoniously, this chi energy can flow and it can allow all the energy in our body to work congruently, in harmony, whichever word you prefer. So what we do on this particular presentation is we look at a process of allowing energy to move with the breath. And Mary Burmeister taught a technique called the 36 breaths, or 4 sets of 9. And she actually aligned some of her teaching with numerology. And a 9 in numerology means end of the cycle, beginning of the moon. 3 and 6 is 9. And so we do 4 sets of these to represent the movement of energy. Can you mute yourself, whoever that is? Or I'll mute you.
Cold.
Margot, can you mute yourself?
All right, that looks
There
as
we
if,
go. Sorry about that.
yeah, can you, just mute yourself. I've just muted you. Yeah, so in this practice in Harmonize to Energize, we're going to choose 4 ways of allowing 9 exhalation inhalations, 9 breaths, to move through our body to create greater harmony. And what we've been doing is looking at how the body segments into bust line, waistline, and hip line. And I'm just going to share the screen to show you what I mean. So there we have the screen. And each segment of the body regarding the bust line, the waistline, and the hip line can be segmented with the position of safety energy locks. And we've practiced the descending one, starting with the 20, all the way down to the feet. And today we're going to start moving up the body with the ascending safety energy lock segmentation. And that is with the 2, 9/23, and the 10 safety energy locks. Okay. So 10 represents bust line, 9 represents waistline, 9/23, and 2 represents hip line. And I've also mentioned that what I learned from Mary, Pat, when I worked in the office, was that Mary would always create an escape route for the energy so that it flows in a congruent way so that it can move down the body easily and move up the body easily. And so I tend to start with the area of the body that allows that to happen best of all. And we'll begin today with opening safety energy lock 2/23, which is around the hip line area. And the 2 on the body is literally on the hip bones here at the back. Those of you that know this, just place your hands there on the hip line area. And the 2 represents wisdom for all creatures. It's close enough to what is sometimes called the Kikai point or the Tao point. And in certain Oriental understandings, this is where universal energy enters the body through the spine at the back. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit up as straight as we can. And if you need some support, put a cush, sit on a cush, put it behind your back. And we're just going to connect with that safety energy lock 2 at the back here. All right. And as we do this, we're just going to relax. Now, if this is tricky for you, just take one hand away and just hold 1, 2, whichever is more comfortable for you. Drop your shoulders. Bow your head slightly. And exhale. And as we exhale, we're allowing energy to come in through safety energy lock 4, which is at the occiput, move down through the 15 hip line area, down to safety energy lock 7, the big toe. And as we inhale, we're allowing energy to, excuse me, come up from the big toe 7 through the 15 into 2, back up to the 4. And it does this in a positive spiral. If you need some kind of visual, or maybe you can see that. So let us begin. And just holding the hip line 2, thinking about the wisdom for all creatures, or contemplating the wisdom for all creatures as it enters our being. Close your eyes and then just exhale. And allow the energy to move all the way down the front of the body to the feet. And then as you inhale, you receive the breath, you don't take it. Allow it to come up from the feet and up through that safety energy lock 2, all the way back up to the 4. All right, that's 1 cycle, 1 breath. Let's do that 8 more times. So with the safety energy locks on the back, we're encouraging the energy to ascend. And for those of you that are completely new, we're waiting till we feel the sensation of a pulse at that safety energy lock number 2. And that means the energy as it travels is making a connection. It's circulating around that safety energy lock. When we're exhaling, we're letting go of that what we don't need any longer in order to build something new. Most of the things that we don't need are born of our feelings and thoughts. thoughts that do not serve. So let them go. All the way down through the body, through the waistline, through the hip line, and down to earth. And the earth can conduct all that we don't need, take it away, and then regenerate that energy, transform it to allow it to move up the back of our individual energy field. And this is a natural progression. It's nothing that we try to do. We literally let go, surrender, and receive. This way, we're not trying to control anything. We're allowing the jumper cable energy or the universal source energy to circulate freely. It has its own intelligence, so it knows where to go. Feel the connection, if you can, with the earth through your feet, through your toes. And receive the breath, which is going through the regeneration flows of the toes, moving up the back of the legs, up the back, through the safety energy lock 2, all the way up, back, towards the window to let in more light, safety energy lock 4, in order to begin the process of exhalation once more. And when you reach the 9th exhalation inhalation, just remain in what I call the neutral zone and just observe or witness how you're feeling, where you're feeling, if you're feeling. Just witness, just be aware. This is a journey of letting go and expanding your consciousness, letting go of what you don't need, as I mentioned, and allowing fresh energy, cosmic purified energy, to expand your awareness, your consciousness, so that you can move through any disharmonies and perceive a fresh approach, a way ahead that maybe you hadn't perceived before. Wisdom for all creatures, safety energy lock number 2. So the next set of safety energy locks that we're going to open to represent the waistline, or the word level, if you like, the words that come forth from our thoughts, is the safety energy lock 9. And for some of us, we can reach the 9. It's just beneath the shoulder blade, a little below there, or the 23 area, which is even lower down there, beneath the rib cage at the back. Or if that's not working, you can hold the 19s. They substitute for the safety energy lock number 9. If you can hold both at once, that's great. Roll your fingers into a fist, put them underneath the shoulder blade, wonderful, of the 23. And just lean back and relax. And again, dropping those shoulders and exhaling. Letting go of the stuck energy, stuck thoughts, and allowing it to go to earth to be transformed. And receiving cosmic purified energy coming up the back through the 2, through the 9, or 23, end of a cycle, beginning of a new, is one interpretation of safety energy lock number 9. And up the rest of the back to the 4, and back down again. And there's no particular style of breathing. We just exhale and inhale what comes in a way that comes natural to us. No in through the nose, out through the mouth, unless it comes natural to you. Number 9 on the spine is between the 7th and 8th thoracic vertebrae and connects to kidney energy. And what stops a lot of us from moving forward, ending a cycle, is fear, which is the disharmonizer of the kidney and bladder element, water element, kidney bladder flow. And these days, a lot of people are stuck through fear. So releasing the 9s might be a good idea. That those fears, or what Mary would call the false evidences appearing real, just dissipate. Let them go in order for them to be transformed into perhaps more courageous thoughts, or at least more expanded thoughts, so that we can see a bigger picture. Fear contracts our energy, narrows our vision, so we don't really see all the possibilities. And of course, energy locks can burden other energy locks. And below the 9 is the 23, the shaper of our destiny. If we have a lot of fear, how can we fulfill our destiny? So as the energy begins to move any blockages at the soul, heart, mind, and body level, maybe we begin to feel that pulsation. It's the blood pulse, which follows the energy pulse, just like we feel in the radial artery on the wrist there. Don't worry if you don't feel it straight away. You may need to breathe out a lot more. You may need to do more than 9 exhalation inhalations on this safety engine. So as we inhale, we're receiving the cosmic purified energy, which is all around us, really, 360 degrees. It takes the form of different wavelengths of light, vibrations. And as it's entering our body, it feeds us at the deepest level, the cellular level, and up through all the different layers of the body. The cells are exhaling and inhaling too. So as we reach the 9th exhalation inhalation, we can just slip into that neutral zone and notice how we feel. As I said, this is an area that's often very stuck in a lot of us. So this may be something that you want to practice by yourself even further. And again, if you can't reach the 9s, just hold the 19s. Which brings us neatly to the next safety energy lock 10, which is tricky to get for most people. Some people can put their hand underneath their armpit and go well ahead of their shoulder blade. And safety energy lock 10 is just halfway down the side of the shoulder blade, closest to the spine there. But don't strain and twist. Hold your high 19s. So you take your hands from the elbow joint up to this whole upper arm, tricep area, and you can hold these two together. Or if not, take one hand away, place it on your high 1s, on your thighs, whichever's most comfortable for you. And here we're looking at this building abundance, this life power, outpouring of life power and safety energy lock number 10. And as it's above the 9 and 23, it will help release the 9 and 23. So we've always got ways of unlocking the safety energy locks, above and below each one. So here we are at the bus line area, up in the heart and lungs. And when we open our heart and lungs, we can let go of what we don't need more. Open up that whole bus line chest area, thoracic cavity, and breathe in more. Breathe in the abundance of life. Here we go. 9 exhalation inhalations. Some folks like to relate the number 10 to the idea of tithing 10% of one's income. Now, I don't know if that relationship works for everybody, but certainly by giving from our heart, in that bus line area, we open up the potential to receive more. And JIN SHIN JYUTSU, being an art of compassion, will open our hearts. And maybe we naturally want to give more and naturally receive more. I actually think true abundance is an aspect of unconditional love. So we're not planning and plotting. If I give 10% of my income, I'm going to get loads more, much more, whatever. It really does come from a sense of wanting to give. No strings attached. And of course, the more we give out and let go, the more we naturally receive physiologically. And as I said, expanding our awareness as we let go of what we don't need. And reducing our fears. And tapping into a sense of greater abundance. Let go in order to grow, in order to receive. The cosmos, I believe, wants to support us, has our back. We just need to trust, allow, and receive cosmic purified light. And as you reach the 9th exhalation, inhalation, just again slip into neutral. Observe how you feel, where you might feel any sensations somewhere in your body or not. And just be present to what is happening or not, or what is not happening. "27 breaths ago, you were usually a different person than you are now. Practice can make progress. We're not looking for perfection. We're just allowing the energy to guide us in order for us to grow. We're all on our unique individual journey. Okay, for the last set of 9 breaths, we're still at the bus line and we're placing the thumbs under the shoulder girdle and the fingers on that safety energy lock 26, where I mentioned that someone had suggested as part of a practice to help boost the immune system in terms of helping yourself, strengthen yourself against labels like COVID. Mary used to talk about holding the 26 and 24 when our pulses were a little chaotic. She used to say do 3 times the 26 and 24 on each side of the body, followed by the main central. And this will harmonize chaotic pulses. So if you do have a label like COVID, it's quite possible that the pulses will be chaotic. So 26, 24 on the main central would be good approaches. So let us begin 9 exhalation inhalations. Septuagint 22, connecting us with 144,000 special function in the body, functions, and 26 all complete. So JIN SHIN JYUTSU gives us such simple ways of harmonizing soul, mind, and body, bust line, waistline, hip line. And if you just chose those areas to release each day, you would be covering yourself head to toe, skin to bone, all the major segments of the body. When we're at the bust line segment, we're going beyond the mind. See, the Chinese call it heart and mind because the heart pathway, energy pathway, goes deep into our brain. But it's more than that. It's actually the ability to expand our consciousness beyond our thought processes, to that feeling of wholeness, oneness, wisdom, joy, compassion. It just feels better. It just feels good to come from this frequency of energy. The dualism of the mind is asked to be peaceful at the level of the heart and the lung. It's in that peace, which is quoted biblically as the peace that passeth all understanding, that going beyond the mind into the heart. So let that wisdom of safety energy lock 2, wisdom, the life force for all creatures, move through safety energy lock 9, ending a cycle, beginning anew, and bringing us into a more abundant frequency of energy at the bus line 10. And here, 26, 22, we're all complete, allowing that connection to expand even further. And when we reach the 9th exhalation, inhalation here, just rest in the peace. It's kind of strange to me that often we wait until someone has transitioned before we say rest in peace. Isn't that something we'd all like to do most of the time? Transcend the mind, go beyond all the fears, etc. Rest in the peace of our heart. So I hope everybody is feeling peaceful. We've got a sense of the movement of blockages in different parts of their soul, heart, mind, and body. And at this stage, at this point of the presentation, it's when I like to offer anybody who's got a birthday or anyone that has a project that they're working with to join me. I can spotlight you, but you don't have to have your camera on. If you would like to receive a group connection, a group jumper cable healing, allowing the cosmic purified energy to come through all of us that we've now received after we've cleaned up. We offer it, we give back, we expand our hearts in order to be able to offer unconditional, universal energy.
Yes, I would love that.
Who
As you can hear, my voice is still not the best. And we both have still positive COVID tests.
is that
after
Wera?
2 weeks. Pardon?
Is that older?
Rainer went to bed. He was so exhausted, he broke, he just interrupted the session and went to bed.
Sorry,
An hour ago. So
who is this? Who's talking?
Stephanie.
Oh,
Hello.
Stephanie. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. So, yeah.
Okay. So I can. Would you like to be spotlighted, Stephanie?
Yes,
Okay.
I would like to receive all your love.
Okay. Is there anybody else out there, Alda? Would you like to receive? I can
Pardon?
spotlight you or not. I don't. You haven't got your camera on anyway.
Yes, I have the camera on.
No, you do, Stephanie. This is Alda. Oh, she can't hear me. All right.
I would like to be spotlighted.
Who is that?
My name says St. Louis, but I'm Becca. And I
Where-
have
I don't see you.
I don't have my camera on.
Oh, do you want to be spotlighted?
I don't want my face to show.
That's okay. I can still just spotlight your name, I think.
Okay,
Um,
perfect. I'm gonna rename myself. This is
maybe I
my
can't.
name.
All right, Becca. Maybe I can't. Doesn't matter. We'll leave you up there. All right, everybody. We're going to spend the next 5 or so minutes offering healing blessings to Stephanie and Becca. So, Stephanie and Becca.
Please, my friend Rainer, who's now in bed as well.
What is his name?
Rainer.
Rainer. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, there was someone else speaking as well. Who was that?
Hey, Terry, it's David.
David, do you want to be spotlighted?
Yes, please. Yesterday I got a shingles shot and a pneumonia shot in one in each arm, and I'm feeling a little punky.
Okay. Some reason I can't spotlight. All right, but okay, so we've got Becca, David, Stephanie, and Reinhard. Here we go. So will all of you who are receiving place your hands in your lap, palms facing up, so in your 15 groin area, and keep your back as straight as you can. Use support if you needed it. And everybody else, we're just going to connect in the group, in the circle, thumbs to thumbs, little fingers to little fingers, or just like this. And through the palms of our hands, through the jumper cable in Safety Energy Lock 26, we are going to let the energy, the universal jumper cable energy, go to these four friends who've asked to receive healing blessings. So close your eyes, everybody, and let us allow the universal energy to focus on Stephanie, Reinhard, David, and Becca. Let us begin. Breathe out and allow the energy to flow through you and out through the palms of your hands and your fingers towards these four. It's really no different from when you actually have the physical person with you and you're placing your hands on safety energy locks. The principle is the same. We let go. We are not the doer. We allow the energy to transfer through us, come through the 12th thoracic vertebrae and up through our arms, jumper cabled to the people or the person. the more unconditional our gesture is, the more our clients and friends will receive, and simultaneously, so will we. So usually when the person or persons have received what they need, you'll feel the energy like to withdraw, and you will know that sufficient energy has been shared. And then just place your hands together like this if it feels comfortable. And this is the gratitude. This is the thank you. Thank you for those who wish to receive and those who wish to give. And perhaps instead of saying rest in peace, I will say be in peace. BIP. So be in peace. But still, whatever works. So hopefully Stephanie, Reinhardt, Becca and David felt some kind of connection there, some kind of sharing of the energy.
Yeah.
I did. Thank you, everybody. I felt it very much. I got deeply relaxed.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah. So here we
I
have.
thank everybody as well. Thank you very much. I felt the abundance.
Perfect. Becca, how did you feel?
I had already shared. I felt deeply, deeply relaxed. Thank you.
Had you shared? Oh, I apologize.
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you, everybody. I'll just do a quick share screen because there's a class coming up tomorrow on the JIN SHIN.
I said you forgot.
Here we go. For those of you that like to do the webinars, the 2-hour webinars, tomorrow, Saturday at 2 p.m. New York time, Jill Pasquinelli is doing a webinar entitled Autumn, the New Beginnings. There you are. We were just talking about the ending a cycle, number 9. And so we now have a webinar on new beginnings. Here's all the information, and you can register today there. And Debbie Rappaport is hosting that. And then still to come, October the 14th, the art of being a practitioner, again with Debbie hosting in Talent. This is a live class with Sarah. All the information is there. Carrie is also organizing, co-organizing. Carrie, you can register there. And if you've missed a class, click on any of these links and it'll take you to the page for the different classes that have already happened. All right. Okay, well, everybody, it's always a pleasure for me to host these Harmonize to Energize, and hopefully it's something that's pleasurable for you too. I'm still cranking up the volume for people to come on and become mystery presenters, reveal themselves. I was hoping there would be someone this week, but as they live in Florida, as you might understand, not too far from where the hurricane landed, they said later. So they're busy dealing with all the precautions that they had to take for Hurricane Ian. So until then, next week, same time, same place, I wish you all the best. And whatever projects are approaching us, whatever stresses are moving towards us, remember we have the simplest techniques in the breath, the letting go, the exhale, dropping the shoulders to let go of that extra burden that we may or may not feel in our heads as we experience the apparent chaos in the external world. And remember, beneath, what lies beneath all this chaos, the deeper we go into relaxation, the deeper we let go of our stresses and strains, is the 0 point, is a vacuum state, the 9th depth, the space, the absolute nothing. And that, my understanding is just peace. It's just vibrating the very, very subtle level, no chaos whatsoever. And that's certainly somewhere to be, or to aim to be, amidst all the external goings on that attempt to sway us this way and that way. Put your rudder straight ahead, let your energy deepen, and feel the connection with the wholeness of life, the fullness, the oneness. Be at peace. Okay, everybody, take care. I will close the recording. I probably.
Thank you, Terry.
Thank you.